you created a character that became very popular at Misfits. Is have her own day in Tumblr, and they had plans to turn her into Batgirl. And we know that you were against it. We want to know why and what do you think about the popularity of this character?
I love the character of Misfit. I really wanted to create a character that could just create a costume out of, used clothes in the laundry pile or, something that someone cast off. Because that's kind of how I was as a little girl, and I know lots of other little girls did the same thing. And I wanted there to be a character that was that idolized Barbara Gordon, that was a little bit annoying, and so I just thought that being young like that and looking up to Barbara so much was a really fun character and a way for us to see Barbara Gordon through someone else's eyes.
You wrote a phase on Deadpool. I love this phase actually.
Thank you.
It's right before his death and the Agent X thing. And your kind of humor is very similar to what Joe Kelly did years before. And it's very different from what the character is now.
Yeah.
How do you see this kind of humor that you used to write and this now of the Deadpool with the fourth barrier?
Right. I think the really cool thing about the character of Deadpool is you can stretch him and stretch him and stretch him and he just doesn't seem to break. It's, one of those characters where, as Joe Quesada told me when they hired me to write Deadpool, anything goes, just make it funny. And so your imagination is the limit. As long as it's surprising and not predictable and stays true to kind of the chaos of Deadpool, I think it works.
You were a strong voice about feminism and women's rights and comic books in life. And we are seeing a moment in the pop culture that Wonder Woman is the highest movie ever paid to do it, and we will have the Captain Marvel movie. For you, what is to see this moment coming true? Wonder Woman is the biggest success of the year. So what do you think about it?
People used to ask me, why wasn't there a Wonder Woman movie, or when can we get a Wonder Woman movie, and questions like that. And my answer was always, well, I'm willing to wait as long as it takes to get a really great Wonder Woman movie. And we got that. I could not be happier. I could talk about the Wonder Woman movie for 24 hours straight. But what I love is that unlike when I was younger, now the younger girls and boys have a female superhero to look up to and to see who her personality is different from other heroes. And I love the stories where the girls are just so inspired by it, and little boys are too, that they all want to wear the tiara and the bracelets and have a sword and do good in the world. And that's what Wonder Woman is. She wants to do good in the world and protect and help people who have a hard time doing that for themselves. And to have that example as a young kid, and these little girls will never have to listen to, oh, you can't have a movie with this won't be successful, it'll never work. That's gone. It's gone, and that's a miracle. It's amazing.
We want to know how easy you to follow a writer that is so conservative, because your work so innovative in the social ways, and you came after like Chuck Dixon, and he's very conservative. We have the opportunity to interview him. How is to construct a narrative after someone that has a point of view so different of yours?
I really liked Chuck Dixon's Birds of Prey. I think it was a wonderful storytelling and a wonderful group of girls. I don't have any problems with any of the things that he did. But whenever, as a writer, you sit down to, write a team book or a character, you have to think about what you have to bring to it that no one else has or has brought to it yet. So these characters can exist for 75 years or 100 years and still be popular today because you add something to it that didn't exist before, that people can relate to now without destroying what they could relate to that came before. So I am the type of creator who I don't like to get rid of what came before me. I like to honor it and then just add some more layers to it or add something new to it. With Birds of Prey, it was definitely coming from my perspective. I definitely wanted to show that we could have a successful team book that was females, that didn't just fight over boys and didn't just talk about makeup and hair. They might do that occasionally, but that was not the main thing. The main thing was to get in and fight crime and get shit done.
Gail, thank you so much for your time. I'm a huge fan. All of us are a huge fan of your work. Thank you for talking to us. I hope you enjoy your stay here in Brazil.
I will, and I am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.